Well, it's been several months since a gunman opened fire at a historic African-American church in Charleston, South Carolina, killing 9 people. The massacre brought shock and grief, but also concern about the safety of churches and ways to ensure that people can worship without worry.
We have News Leader 9's Barbara Gaucher with us this morning to talk about a special report that airs tonight, right?
It does, guys, and good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
to see you guys this early in the morning. Well, there's no doubt that the shooting at Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina changed things. That happened back in June, and churches everywhere immediately began to look at their security protocol and how they could protect their congregations from this type of horrible violence. Churches, by their very nature, are inherently easy targets for violence. They're open to strangers and sometimes at late hours. But while security may now be a common part of the Sunday service, most of the faithful we spoke to still believe their protection comes from on high.
It did not change me at all. I love praising God. I love learning, and it did not hinder me from coming at all. I feel like God is going to take care of it.
We began to look at strategically how can we not to prevent but to communicate that when parishioners, when members would come here, that they still will be coming to a place of safety, still as a refuge.
And 4th Street Baptist Church in Columbus, with its 1,500 active members, has an active security plan with cameras and a security ministry that monitors the comings and goings during every service. Now tonight in my special report, we're going to take a look at how this church and others are struggling for that spiritual security as they work to make sure their churches continue to be safe and secure, a refuge where people can come and focus on God and their faith and not focus on being afraid.
Now, I know cost can be sometimes an issue. What did you find in your report?
You know, churches, they are charities, so they don't generally have money to hire a security officer, but resources within your churches where people are looking. If the ministry there at 4th Street is run by a retired Army sergeant, and if you look within your churches, you've got police officers and retired and active duty military. You go to those folks and let them know your needs, and generally churches are talking about this.
Tap into those resources.
Tap into those resources, and they go to work for you.
It's called Spiritual Security. It's tonight at 11 o'clock.
All right,
Here on WTVM. Good to see you again.
Good to see you in the morning. We'll see you tonight as well.
Okay. Thank you so much, Barbara.
All right, we're going to step